Can you take 4 tips and convert it, turn it into, repurpose it into a short-term coaching group that will make people want more from you? We'll answer that question here in just a moment, folks. Hey everyone, it's Jeff, and I'm so glad that you are here with us for episode 96 of the Content Profit Show. Now, where I went to school, 96 is not that far from 100, and I'm gonna be gone next week. So right now, the way it's set up is the 100th episode will be on July 25th, and we're gonna have a celebration. Sometime during that week, I'll do a training on 7 things I've learned from 100 shows, and there'll be prizes and all kinds of cool things. Okay. Before we get started here, I want to talk about one of our new sponsors called the Sales Prevention Department.com. The Sales Prevention Department.com. If you're overrun with sales and you don't know what to do with them, and you want to prevent some, okay, that's the place to go. They teach you how to prevent sales, and their slogan is I'm blanking. Oh, come on, Jeff. The Sales Prevention Department, but you got to spell department DEPT, because we don't have enough money to buy all the letters. So the Sales Department, Sales Prevention Department.com. Check them out. All right. So welcome, Cynthia, to the show. So glad you're here.
Well, that was a glad to be here.
All right, let's dive into your article. And we'll go over here to this page, won't we? Yes, we will, eventually. There we go. All right, so let's open up your article here. 5 tidy tips anyone can use. Which one is your favorite? Okay, I told you we're going to spend a little bit of time playing with your article, and this will be educational for everybody. What I would do or suggest doing is take this and make it your subheading, okay? Because then you've got a quick title, 5 tidy tips anyone can use. Well, that's curious. And then which one is your favorite? I like that start off graphic. That's unique. Very good. Is that your quote? You will find it easier to keep up than catch up?
Yes, it's mine. I've learned it.
That's a winner. Yeah, I bet you did.
That's why I chose the picture.
Oh, I get it. Sorry. Yeah. It's easier to keep up than to catch up. Would be a great title for a book. Great title for a book. Boom, boom, boom. 4 simple steps. Okay, cool. Step 1, create an office toolbox where you keep some essentials. Yeah. Your portable assistant. You can slay the tax monster. You mean keep up regularly? What a concept. Before you head off to sleep at the end of your day, take a couple of minutes to review your schedule for the next day. Yeah, it gets the brain working on that. Cynthia, how did you get into this organization, declutter, tidy world?
Well, I retired from a communication company. I won the top 10 communication in the top 10 Fortune 10, whatever. And but I had helped people get things in order. And I also inherited a house and its contents, along with my contents from having raised 3 children that were in their 20s. So I had lots of stuff, and I was just smothered with it. And I learned that I couldn't cope and that I couldn't function surrounded by clutter and a mess. My brain just would shut down, and I would think, it's a good time to take a nap.
That's a good idea. I like that. And I love it because you're good at it. Now, number 4, don't say tomorrow when you can say today. Oh my goodness. I'll do that tomorrow. Yeah, I'll do that today. I love it. Say it louder. And I teased you before we went live that you said 5 tips and you got 4. When later on you can either add a 5th tip or just the easiest way to just change that 5 to a 4. The other thing I would do is the first sentence of each tip, make it bold. It just pulls more people in. That one. Let's see. You could do the whole one, or you could do just this. And then don't say tomorrow when you can say today. Yeah, those are all good sayings. It pulls them out for people. Cynthia, where's your call to action?
That's probably number 5. I don't know.
Okay, we'll work on that. I love
Well,
it.
I was saving it for when we decide what to do with this.
Oh, okay, good
And I
answer.
can say,
Good answer. Okay, well,
go
you're
here.
gonna be able to send people to a cool place. So, speaking of which, thank you for letting me tease you. Let's go over here to your
Yes.
profit model. Okay, and all right. So, 4 Tiny Tips article. We always want traffic. Medium is good for that. Email, webinars, social. I'm working on to me is a new platform called Substack that looks like Medium, but with some better things. So I'll get you guys caught up to that when I get proficient. So the very first thing that comes to mind, okay, and let's go back to that article for just a second. And let me ask you this. Of those 4 things, which one could you teach a person and give them that outcome, that skill in 20 minutes or less?
I could either do a toolbox for different rooms, and you would leave it in the you would find it and you would leave it in there. It's what you would clean up with. It's what you would store stuff out of sight.
Okay. Okay.
If I were going to preach and share, it would be finish it today. Finish what you start before you start something else.
Okay.
Don't put it off.
Okay. So the best takeaway sounds like the toolbox. And so
Okay.
cool. All right. So what we're going to do now is we're going to create your one-time coaching group where you're going to invite 5 people in and work with them for 20 minutes or less on their toolbox for whatever room. They get to pick the room, you create the toolbox, okay? You have 5 people in. That makes it a group so other people can learn from each other and learn from each 20-minute segment. The first one of these I did way back in like 07, beginning of 07, was a website review. And I had 5 people, 20 minutes each, charged $150. And so, 2 hours later, I had $750 and 5 people that want to do more work with me. And I thought, okay, this, as they say here in the South, that dog will hunt. And so you don't have to charge $150. You could. I mean, we'll have to do it based on your folks, but really anywhere between 47 and 197 is going to work. So we've got this one time small group coaching. All right. And so the way that you invite people to this is here's the email. Hey folks, got a great opportunity coming up, and it's only open to 5 people. Okay. And that could be your subject line, only open to 5 people. And you don't have to go crazy taking all the notes because you're going to get the recordings right after this. But write down what you want to. I'm getting together a few people, just 5, to do a one-time coaching group around your organizational toolbox or whatever you call it. Okay. Each one of you will get 20 minutes of my focus and 20 minutes of the group's focus. Because the advantage of doing this in a group is you're not just going to learn from me, you're going to learn from these other 5 people, the other 4 people that are doing what you're doing. And so it's a great way to do this, great way to put this together. Here's the link. Again, only 5 people. And so if you know this is for you, do this in a hurry. Something like that. Okay. Now, my guess is, what's your list size right now?
About 150.
750? Okay, perfect. Yeah. With a list of 750. And when's the last time you emailed?
It's been a while.
How long is a while?
Almost a year.
Okay. Let's do a little softening up and reintroduction first. Now you've got things you can give away, right?
Yes.
Okay. So what you're going to do is send an email saying, "Hey, long time no talk. Here's where I've been, and a couple things about that, and let's get back together here. And I want to offer you as a get back together gift, blah 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 blah." And you give the link. Okay, it's done. It's not an opt-in. Just give them the direct link because they're already on your list. Okay, and I would do that like today or tomorrow. Jump on that so that you could do another one maybe Saturday, and then next week you can make the small group offer. Okay, because if you haven't talked to them in a year and you make an offer, they're going to be like, "Who is this?" So you're reintroducing yourself. Some people will be ready. Some people will unsubscribe because they're like, "Who's this?" Um, and that's fine. Okay, if they're not your people, that's fine. Wish them well. Okay. Um, the cool thing, one of the cool things about doing this is that they get a flavor, they get an appetizer, a taste of what it's like to coach with you. Okay. And more than likely, I've never seen less than 3 people want to do it. Usually it's 5 for 5 people that want to continue working with you in some way. And so then your packages, your courses, your trainings, you have something in mind for what could be the next success step offer at the end?
A personalized walkthrough to declutter an area.
You do virtual walkthroughs to declutter an area?
I could.
Oh, how cool is that? Um, have you ever hooked up with realtors around that?
Um, I've hooked up with realtors, but they don't usually do the decluttering.
Right, the people do. But
Right.
that could be, you could be a service the realtor offers. Hey, I got this great woman. She'll get on she'll get on a Zoom call with you and walk you through how
Okay.
to show this place better. Okay. And that could come out of their pocket, that could come out of their fee to the realtor, that could be the realtor paying you.
Okay.
But
Okay.
you're in Dallas, right?
Yes.
So there's a few real estate brokers out there, right?
There are 2, 3, 4. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. And
100.
the cool thing is this, because it's virtual, this can go anywhere. Okay. An article could be about, hey, selling your home and it's just too cluttered, you don't know what to do. Well, and so could you think of it this way, could you get one person in every state to do that with you?
Sure.
Yeah, so that's 50 people, whatever you charge, times 50. That's a good thing. And how long does that take to walk them through?
Oh, to actually make some changes, it would probably take an intro call, then come back and revisit.
Okay, okay,
Probably an hour, hour and a half.
okay. So that lets you two segments let you charge more. That's cool. Now, this is the lowest hanging fruit. Okay.
Okay.
In your niche right now, as I read through your articles, And this is only just the beginning. You've got what we just talked about, the virtual walkthrough.
Mhm.
Um, this article, those four things could be a course of its own. Okay. And each one of those four tips could be its course, a separate mini course. I mean, come on, a mini course around an office toolbox. Yeah, you'd kill with this in the spring, right? Slay the tax monster.
Right.
The spring and the first of the year, so people can get started with that. Um, let's see. Yeah, you could work with somebody about how to review their schedule. You know what that does to your brain. Examples, case studies. Um, the same thing with this. So you could have this as one course, and then have create four mini courses out of it, and that gives you five products right there. And then later we can talk about short-term memberships or even monthly memberships. Um, because my guess about your niche is there's two kinds of people. There's people that don't care about organization, and there are people that are pretty passionate about it. Is that a fair statement?
That is. And
Okay.
organizing
And
your clutter just still has you a mess.
yeah, yeah. And so you have that working on your side. Um, and I don't remember if I shared this with you last year, but spring of 22, I did one of my things that I always wanted to do. Sold or gave away everything, and just roamed around the North Georgia mountain with my laptop at Duke last summer, about a year ago right now. But what blew me away was, you know, two boys and me, three boys in that house for several years, and we rented a dumpster to toss out a lot of stuff. And the way the driveway and the hill went, um, the living area was on the second level. So we put the dumpster under there, opened the windows, and we just threw stuff out. It was so fun and cathartic. And I mean, I recommend it to anybody. Okay. The day after they picked up the dumpster, though, is they texted me to tell me they had to charge me $9 more because we went overweight. Okay. That means we threw away 2,000 pounds, a ton of junk. And I thought, never, ever again. I'm going to live as light as I possibly can because that's crazy to have 2,000, a ton of junk. I mean, but what I'm guessing is, and what I know when I tell this story and the feedback I get is I ain't the only one out there. That most people are in that situation. Yeah.
You're right.
Okay. All right. And so feel free to tell that story to illustrate. Um, this friend of mine, or my coach, tells a
Mhm.
story. Um, all right. I remember I said this is going to be the quickest 20 minutes ever. It
Right
has.
on.
Um, you've gotten a glimpse of the future here. Any questions about this?
Not that comes to mind. Just um, I am looking at using perhaps Chat GBT to ask questions and check it out and
Okay.
get input that I hadn't thought of.
Okay.
So it makes it
Cool.
even easier.
Very cool. Very cool. And um, just remember, it, Chat GTP is garbage in, garbage out. You throw in a bad prompt, you're going to get bad stuff. You throw in a good question or a good instructions, and then the other, you're going to get a lot of stuff back. Like if you said, "Give me um, seven bad things that happen with cluttering. Seven bad things clutter causes." Okay, with citations, and then they give you those seven. Then what you could type in and say, give me two paragraphs on number three, and do that for each one, and you've got a huge document already. Um, what I always recommend with AI is you take it and you read it, you edit it, you put some of your own language in there. Don't ever copy and paste and just put it up.
Mm.
Make it your own. All right. So yeah, I mean, you can do this, and we'll talk when we're done here about some things to do next. Cynthia, great job. Thanks for bringing great stuff.
Great coach.
Well, thank you. It's not my first rodeo. I've been doing this a couple of years, as you know, because you've been around for most of those years.
You got it.
And so, folks, if you want to be sitting in Cynthia's seat, not in her home, but in the content profit seat, there's a link right below here, jeffherring.com/profit. Go grab your seat. We're booking out 4 to 8 weeks in advance now, so go grab one. And any final questions, my friend?
Nope, you got it.
All right. Thanks for being such a great guest. And folks, thank you all for being here. A lot of places you could have been, chose to be with us. So that's much appreciated. And as always, kids, until next episode, go use this.